Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to my YouTube channel, the channel you need to learn all professional workflows. Today, we are going to continue working on the sport poster. Let's roll the intro. Hi guys, welcome back. For those who don't know me, my name is Saeed Hassan and I'm a senior graphic designer, and this channel is dedicated for the beginners and mid-weight designers to learn all professional workflows and techniques that are used by professionals in the industry in everyday work. I see everyday tutorials and videos of techniques that halfway good and not used by professionals to save time and work effectively and efficiently, so I thought to share the techniques I have learned over the years. All that said, and without further ado, let's start for today. Let's do a quick recap first. Okay, in the last part of the tutorials we added this glow on the right and on the left. We added the highlights on the main subject edges, okay, and added this ball. Now let's continue. Okay, what we are going to do today, we are going to finish up this visual. Okay, first of all, we want to add the shadows to the main subject. How we can do this? Let's first of all choose the main subject here. Okay, we are going to make his feet a little bit darker to blend well with the surrounding area. Let's add a new layer by clicking this icon, V for brush tool, right click and choose the regular soft brush, make the opacity 10%, press D for default colors in the foreground and background, make the brush smaller and start brushing. Yes, maybe we can hold Alt to choose any color of the surrounding area to give it the same look and feel. Maybe increase the opacity 30% to make it blend faster. Yes, I think this is much better. Okay, I think this is much better. Okay, now we are going to create the casted shadow from the subject layer to the foreground here. How we can do this? Let's create a new solid layer. Let's choose a darker color similar or closer to the grass layer. Let's invert the masking by choosing the mask, hold Ctrl plus I, B for brush tool, right click, choose any textured brush you have. Okay, and let's make it smaller. Okay, let's choose white in the foreground here. Press open brush setting. If you can't find it, go to window, then brush settings. Okay, let's add some dynamics and scatter maybe this. Okay, shape dynamics, yes, maybe 15%. okay, the angle maybe 40% is good. I think this is good. Okay, first of all, let's add the direct contact shadow. Let's make the brush smaller. Let's increase the opacity and let's see what is the result of this. Okay, now we have done a mistake. We have put the shadow layer in the clipping mask of the main subject. No, we don't want this. We want to put it under or below the main subject. Okay, now let's choose the mask layer, hold Ctrl plus backspace to make the mask black again. Let's start brushing. Let's reduce the opacity. Let's try maybe 40 and let's try now. I think this is good. We want to make a hard for the direct contact shadow. We want the direct contact shadow to have the strongest opacity and hardest shadows. Okay, first of all, let's change the multiply mode. Let's change the blending mode to multiply. Okay, and again, let's do this again. Okay, V for brush tool. Yes, start brushing again. Yes, I think this is good. I think this is good. Let's look at it from a distance. Yes, this is much better. Okay, now let's duplicate this layer by holding Alt and drag it up. Choose the mask layer, hold Ctrl plus backspace if black color in the background layer. If it is in the foreground, you can hold Alt and backspace. Let's add the casted shadow. Let's increase the brush size. I demonstrated 3 ways to increase the brush size. You can find it in the eye, in the upright, and on the screen. Okay, let's reduce the opacity. Let's make it 10% and let's start brushing. Okay, yes, I think this is good. Yes. Okay, hold X to delete of the layer. We can now switch between black and white to add or subtract from the shadow layers, and in this way we can shape the shadow layers however we want, effectively and efficiently. Okay, I think this is looking good. Maybe we are going to cast some shadow on the other side of the leg, maybe not too strong like this. Let's start brushing. Yes, okay, I think this is enough. Let's switch and reduce the opacity a bit. I think this is good. Let's see before and after. Yes, direct contact shadow before and after, and the casted shadows before and after, and I think we are going in the right direction. Okay, now I think in this we are doing well. Okay, let's add some blurs to the text. Okay, let's get the text layers. Yes, I think this one. Yes, let's file, lace embedded, choose the flare, rotate it, hold or press enter, change the blending mode to screen. Okay, V to move tool, move it here, Ctrl plus T to transform, rotate it again, hold or enter and make it smaller, and drag to make it smaller from the center. I think this position is good. Maybe rotate it again. Okay, yes, let's look it in the full visual. Yes, maybe make it bigger. Okay, to have a better influence. I think this is good. Okay, we are going to distribute this on the letters and in the background. Okay, hold Alt, click and drag to add one to the M, Ctrl T for transform, hold Alt to make it smaller from the center. Yes, another one here. Yes, okay, I think on 3 of this are enough. Hold Alt and move one to the O's. Okay, now this is blue. We want to make this flare color closer to this red. How we can do this? By holding Ctrl plus U, change the hue to be, yes, I think this is good. Okay, press OK again, Ctrl plus U to view the full frame, hold Alt and click and drag to duplicate. Yes, I think this is good. Maybe another one here. Okay, let's zoom in, move it down a bit. Okay, and move this one. Okay, how we can get it? Sorry guys for the ness. Okay, yes, move this up a bit. I think this is good and we are going in the right direction. Okay, I don't like this a bit dark. let's add some lights to the dark area here. Let's go to the stadium background. Okay, where is it? Yes, this is it. Okay, and let's choose the mask of this solid color, which darkens the background. Okay, B for brush tool, hold alt and right click to increase, press X to switch between background and foreground layer, and let's remove from the mask to make this area a bit lighter. Yes, let's see before and after. Okay, maybe not so good. Again, let's expand on this a bit. Okay, yes, I think we are going in the right direction. Let's see before and after. Let's see before and after. Yes, I think this is good. Maybe this area needs some work. Okay, before and after. Yes, I think we are going in the right direction. Okay, now what we are going to do, we are going to add some color grading to this image, and the tool I use, it's called Infinite Color. This is a Photoshop plugin. I will add the link to the website in the description, so if you want to have a look on it. Let's unhide the layer that they did. Okay, first of all, this curves, increasing the highlights and increasing the shadow, a layer of color balance, a layer of selective color, a layer of the gradient map, and another layer of color lookup. Okay, this, let's see before and after. I think it gave the color a better color grading, but it made it a bit darker. Okay, now let's add some highlights to the spots here and here, and let's final this image. How we can do this? Okay, let's add another layer. B for brush tool, right click to choose another brush. Okay, let's choose another one of the lens flares. Okay, let's reduce the size. Okay, let's see how it looks. Okay, let's see how it looks. Okay, increase the opacity and increase the flow and give it not like this. No, I don't like it. Welcome back, guys. I choose this one. Let's see how it looks. Yes, I think I like this flare. Okay, first of all, let's delete all this experiment. Okay, let's choose some color closer to this. Let's make it lighter and more saturated. Okay, make it smaller. Let's give it first stroke. Yes, change the blending mode to screen. This is better. Okay, yes. Okay, I think this is good. Maybe rotate it a bit like this. Okay, I don't like it. It's a bit dark. I think I should add another maybe make the color of the brush lighter. Okay, again, let's try again. Choose the blending mode to screen. I think this is better somehow. Okay, let's make it smaller. Maybe let's try another blending mode. Yes, this color dodge works much better. Ctrl T for transform. Give it a rotation like this. Hold Alt and drag to duplicate the layer. Yes, Control plus T for transform, make it a bit smaller. Okay, again hold Alt and drag, make it a bit smaller. Control plus T for transform. I think this is much better. Okay, it added some flares to the spotlights. Let's duplicate this on the other side. Create new layer. B for brush tool. Choose a color, light and saturated. Make the blending mode screen and start give it a stroke. Okay, now let's add some blur to the foreground here. I don't like this because the ball is the football is blurred, but here it is sharper. We can see much better here in the background. Let's add a blur to the stadium image. Okay, yes, this one, filter, blur, Gaussian blur. Yes, I think this is matching. Maybe reduce it a bit, 5. Okay, I think 5 is good. Press OK. Now choose the mask of the filter. Control 0 B for brush tool. Right click to choose the regular soft round brush. Okay, let's Control plus I to invert the mask. Choose white color in the foreground. Maybe reduce the opacity to 10%, and let's add the blur here to the foreground. Okay, yes, I think this is much better. Okay, and maybe add it here to the edges of the images, maybe a little bit to the spotlights here to make a little bit focus on the main subject. Yes, okay, I think this is much better. Let's see before and after. Okay, the main difference here would be in the blurriness of the foreground. Now we are almost done, guys. First of all, we need to add some text here in the Lionel Messi. Let's make it a lot smaller. Okay, let's make it, position it in the center, give it a white color, increase this spacing. Okay, this is good. I think the size should be a little bit smaller. Again, increase the spacing between the letters. Control plus T to position this layer in the center. Yes, I think it is in the center here. Okay, I think this is good. Let's press Control plus S to save the file. Now we are going to the last part of this tutorial. Hold Control plus Shift plus Alt and E to merge all the layers. Right click to convert it to smart object, and Control plus Shift plus A to open the camera raw filter. Now we can understand, I'm going to if you want, I'm going to expand on how to understand this histogram in another separate tutorial. If you want me to expand on it, please share your thoughts in the comment section. Now we are going to increase the exposure a bit. Yes, a little bit. Okay, for the contrast, yes, increase the contrast. I like these distorted images to be more contrast. Now let's increase the highlights. Okay, increase the shadows. Now for the white, hold Alt and click and drag. Now what we can learn from this, this color, the spots, that means it is a blank straight white color. It has no details in it, so we don't want to make it much, we don't want to increase it. Again with the blacks, again the same. Okay, hold Alt and drag don't do too much of this dark spots, because it is going to be straight black, no details in these areas, and this is not good. We want more details in our visual. Maybe increase the exposure again, make the texture about 10 and the clarity about 10, decrease the dehaze a bit. Okay, the vibrance maybe 10, the saturation maybe -5. Curve section, we won't change anything here. Color mixer, no. Color grading, no. We added the color grading. For the optics, we are going to add some vignetting, maybe 20%, -20 is good. For the geometry, no. Effects, we are going to add some grains. Now this is creative decision, guys. I think 20 is looking good. Vignetting, okay, we added some vignetting bit before. We forgot something about details. Let's increase the sharpening to maybe 60. Okay, and the noise reduction maybe to 10. Okay, now I think all is done. We have a good histogram here. Maybe it is going a bit to the darkness. We can try to fix this and balance this image. Okay, increase the exposure a bit and reduce the whites and reduce the highlights. I think this is good. Let's press OK and let's see before and after. Yes, it is made a big difference without losing any details in the highlights or in the dark areas. Okay, I think this is good. Thank you guys for your time. If you like this tutorial, please consider commenting, like and sharing. And if you want to learn anything new, please share your thought in the comment section. Thank you for your time. Have a good night.